Hello to everyone. My name is Yerjan Uzakbayev. I am geologist and I'm representing Datamine UK office today. As you can see here on my screen, this is the email address for support queries. In case if you have any question after that, after this webinar, please you can contact us via that email, or you can contact directly to me. Okay, I think I'm going to start. Today I'm going to show one of our tool in a Studio RM. This is a we can call Drillhole planning tool. I'm going to show this one as well. The first thing I would like to share with you about webinar, how it's going to be. Webinar actually, like I'm going to run the webinar now. Then after that, like once I finish the webinar, we will have a, let's say 5 minutes for question and answer session. Okay, there is a place you can write your questions, and then I will try to answer at the end of this webinar. Okay, in the case if I couldn't able to answer for all of them, I'm going to answer by emails or by phone or by any other ways. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me just to give you some update about the Drillhole Planner. Actually, that new tool here, what we have under the sample analysis, we implemented recently, maybe like three, 4 versions before. I mean, like it was at the end of last year. We did this, we implemented this, and then but what I noticed that like we have a lot of our clients which even don't know about that Drillhole Planner. This was the reason why we decided to have a webinar and then walk through of all those functions here. Okay. I would like to also spend a few minutes to tell you guys what we had before. I mean, before the Drillhole planning. For example, when I need to create them, when I need to create my project, when I need to plan to project drill holes, we usually use the strings, and then after that we converted the strings to the drill holes, right? Let me show you how it works. It still remains. For example, I load my ore body wireframes. Then if I go to here, take a sections, then this is my wireframe, right? And then if I create the new strings here, let's say I'm going to project the drill hole here, yeah, escape like this. Then if I click another one, new strings, I'm going to project the drill holes that way. But this is strings, right? Then after that, once I finish my strings, it's also good to load your topography as well, of course. And now there's options here under the sample analysis. There is options to convert your strings to drill holes. It's here. If I click that string to drill holes, the short key of STDH, you can click here, and now you give a name, BHID, yeah, and then click here, the name of the drill holes number 2, click OK, yeah, and now you can create the drill hole file. If you have a look at the drill holes, this is your 2 drill holes here. Okay, this is kind of old way what we usually do when we do the let's say when we're preparing the drilling program or when we project the drill holes that way. But as you can see here, the manipulation of the drill holes, I mean, like for example, the angles and deviation of the drill holes or azimuth, you can do via only functionality of strings, right? It's a bit limited. That's why, like, I think the best way to do that project the drill holes, I think the best way is the drill hole planning, which I'm going to show you today. Okay. What I'm going to do now, guys, let me unload everything from here, from my screen, and load my wireframe first, the same wireframe and my topography. Okay, let me make the topography transparent a bit. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a sections by 2 points, take a section. Yeah. Then if I go to view, then align. Yeah. Then if I go to here, format slice. Now we can see my ore body wireframe, and also I can see my topography. Then now I'm going to start to show you the drill hole planner itself. If I go to the sample analysis, this is drill hole planning. Okay, what we can see here on the top, you can see the drill hole table, and then you can see here new drill holes. But there's options like the kind of pick list here. Why we need this one? There's an option. Either you can create the new drill hole file from the scratch, right? Or if you can load the drill hole here in your 3D window, and then if you want to add some of the project drill holes to already existing file or drill hole file, and then you can just choose, let's say, that drill hole file from here, and then after that, when you start to project the drill holes, when you create the drill holes, that those all drill holes would be saved in that file. Okay, in this case, let me use drill hole table. I mean, let me create the drill hole file from scratch, new one. And then also there's options. If you click format, here you can get the drill hole properties. You can apply the legend. You can apply the color of your trace of your drill holes, and so on like this. I think it's quite nice to have drill holes as a cylinder. Let me put default cylinder, put 3 here, click apply. Yeah. Then after this one, also another thing is quite nice. If I go to here, the block model, there's an attribute model. What is this? How it works? For example, if you have already block model which already estimated, and then you would like to use the grade from the block model, which would be assigned to the intervals of your project drill hole, you can do it as well. You can flag, you can flag your drill hole files based on the block model. For example, if you're dealing with different zones, if you have different grades and so like this, it would be assigned to our project drill holes. Let me show you this, and then let me load my drill holes here. Okay, as you can see here, that block model contains 3 zones here. This is the blue one represents the waste, right? That means all the blocks outside of my wireframe, of my ore body wireframe, and also I have 2 zones inside my wireframe. The green one, this is zone number 1, and then the blue one is zone number 2. And also that block model contains the grades as well. If I double click, I can show you the grades. Let me use the one of them. Yeah, should be right. Yeah, as you can see here, that block model has a grade as well, and then I'm going to use it for the I'm using those attributes to my project drill holes. Let me put zone again. Yeah. Okay. That means like I'm going to use my attribute model, go to here, apply to all, fine. The next one, what you can see here, we have hole naming convention here as well. The hole naming convention, there's a prefix DHK. You can change it, for example, based on your abbreviation of your, let's say, deposit or type of the drillings and so on like this. For example, I can put exploration and then start number. Instead to create 001, I'm going to use 1. That means my drill hole starts with the name X1, X2, and so on like this. Okay. Another thing here, add new hole. And then here the snap elevation to the surface. If you already have your topography, you can, when we project the drill holes, you can snap your drill holes to the topography. Yeah. your color. I can choose here the stop.tr, yeah, my topography file, that one, the orange one. And then here we can see the offset from current color or target, and then interactive peak location. Let me start from interactive peak location, but we're going to go through all of these functions here. Okay, if I go to the interactive peak location, then after this, what I'm going to do when I click here, add new holes. If I click add new holes, and then I can choose the place where I'm going to actually where I'm going to put actually to put my drill holes, to drill my drill holes. If I click here, the left click, I'm creating the drill holes. Yeah, and then if I click again here, I'm creating the second drill holes. And if I click here, creating the third drill holes here like this. Yeah. As you can see here, all those drill holes, they're vertical. If you need to change them, if you need to change the angle of this drill hole or azimuth or deviation of these drill holes, we can do it as well. Let me start to do it. Another thing what I would like to say when I create the drill holes here, and also you can see the whole number of whole name of the drill holes. This is my 3 drill holes you can see here. For example, if I need to select drill holes number 1, I select the drill hole number 1. I can adjust the angles and azimuth, and then and depths as well. For example, if I go for X2 and so on like this, I can select that way. Okay, and then let's say for drill hole number 1, I would like to change my dip and azimuth. Yeah, let me say that dip, let me put here, let's say like 80 degree. Yeah, and now you can see it's changing. And also you can either you can type here the angle of the dip angle of your drill hole, or you can also use those arrow up and down. You can see that interactively is changing. Yeah, like this. Okay, then after that also we can change the azimuth as well, but in this case 0 azimuth would be all right for this one, or 180 azimuth would be okay. And if we going to do that way, but let's use this one, 0 azimuth. And then also I would like to show you that how we can manage the depth of my drill hole. The depth of my drill hole, you can arrange here. The hole length is 100 meters. If I put here, let's say 250 meters, I can type, and then you can see, right? It's quite long. Let me do some adjustment. You can do it as well like this. Okay. And then also in terms of the sample lengths, let me put 190 meters. Yeah. In terms of the sample lengths here, what you can do, you can kind of project the number of samples. That means like if I put here, let's say 5 meters, that means the trajectory of that drill hole would be split up, or intervals would be split up by 5 meters from the top to the bottom of your drill hole. Okay. Yeah, we will come back to the overdrill later today. And then here as well, I want to say about the positive downwards. Yeah, as you know, like some of the mines, let's say this, for some of the deposits, we use, let's say, positive downwards and negative downwards, right? If you have a, let's say, deep -90, that means it's by default in StudioRM, that means it's the direction of drill holes would be upwards. But if it's positive 90-degree deep, that means it's by default it would be downwards. Okay. And then if it's other way around, if you don't want to change your, let's say, original data from your database, you just untick this positive downwards, and it would be other way around. It means -90 would be downwards. Okay. Okay, then this is fine. Then after that, if I arrange my exploration number 2, and also I can say here, let's put 180, maybe more, 250, and also I can arrange the dipping as well. Dipping, let me say like 60, let me put 75 degree, yeah, that way. And then also let's arrange the exploration number 1, yeah, drill holes number 1. In this case, the same, I will do the 85 and then put here, let's say 200, yeah, a little bit more. Let me do it more, something like this. Let me do it like this way, yeah. What we've done, oops. In a case, for example, if you accidentally click the left button, then you created the new drill holes here. If you need to delete the drill holes, and then if you go to here, exploration number 4, what I created just now, I can click here, delete. Yeah, I deleted. Then I go back to my exploration number 3 and so on like this. Another thing what I would like to say here as well about the comments, it's quite nice. Once we finish, for example, my planning of my drill holes, then also I can also save my comments as well. For example, I can say, okay, that drill holes, it's, let's say, geotech drill holes, yeah, geotechnical goal drill holes, geotechnical DH. Let me put like this, DH, right? And then I can, for example, for the exploration number 1, I can say this one, maybe the comments, it's drilled by drilling company. I can also use the same as well. I can say here, I don't know, like let's say the company, yeah, that means like the company who drills the drill holes and so on like this. I can do these comments as well. Okay, then what else I would like to show you here as well. If you go to here, and also we have options here, this start depths, and also we have a lift drifting. That means like all the parameters which relate with the deviation of your drill holes. Let me now, what I'm going to do, let me use, let me untick my block model. It will be much easier to see. And now you can see in 3D. And also, I think it's better when we do the deviation, I think it's better to go to the 3D view and then none. And also I could go to here. You can see my drill holes here. And also if I remove my wireframe as well for a while, wireframe of my work body, now you can see the drill holes, right? Then what I'm going to do now, if I just go to here, deviation, start, and then let me say that for that drill holes, deviation should be start at 20 meters depth. And then I can arrange the lifting and drifting. If I say that lifting should be start from 50 meters and drifting as well, 50 meters as well, I can also apply the, let's say, the value of lifting, yeah, is a 7 degree, for example, like this, and now you can see interactively what's going on. If I go to the plan view, and then if I untick my, let's say, topography, and now you can see here as well. Yeah, the same way I can do the drifting. Yeah, if I just probably if I go close, it'll be much easier to see. Something like this. Yeah, and now if I see the drifting that way, yeah. Why you need that that options here? It's quite nice deviation. For example, if you already have the drill holes which you drill in your deposit, and then you know your deposit very well, and then you know the behavior of your drill holes which you drilled before in the past, and you can see if there is a let's say the angles of lifting, and let's say that there's a deviation of your drill holes in your old drill holes, you can also apply the deviation here in order to project the new drillings in the right way, in the right place, right? This is kind of for that options. Okay, then what else I would like to show you here as well. Let me put 0 deviation. That's fine. Then if I go now to my target, I'm going to show how the target works now. If I go back to my section view, then if I go to show my wireframes, if I go again here to see the clipping, then format, I can see the slice. Yeah. Yeah. Then after that, what I'm going to do here, if I let me just to make a bit bigger for you guys. Yeah. I'm going to show you how we can use the target. Let me use in different drill holes, not that one. Let me use, let's say, the drill holes number 3, or let's drill holes number 2, that one. And then there's the options to use the target. Let me show you how it works. If I click here, target, you can apply the coordinates of your target, the one option. Also, you can apply the surface or wireframe of your ore body as a target. You can. I'm going to explain you this is one by one. Okay, how it works? The coordinates here, the coordinates of your target. As you can see here, the color coordinates, it's snapped to my topography file, right? It's the coordinates which we can see here. This is my color is here. Yeah. And then also I have a target, the coordinates, that coordinates we can see, as you can see here, the Z elevations, it's quite deep because of that coordinates represent that point here at the bottom of my drill holes. What I can do here as well is I can also change the depths and then angle of my drill hole interactively as well. If I click here, that arrow, then after that I can use my left button. I can do the same that way. Yeah, I can change the depth like this using my cursor. Yeah, that way. This is one option. Another options, if I go to here, the surface, and then there's 3 options here: reach, enters, and exits. What is this? For example, when I project the drill holes, I have my wireframe, my ore body wireframe, or my block model. Then I would like to know, when I project the drill hole, I would like to know which depths I have to drill and then reach my mineralization or contact of my ore body, right? And then in this case, it helps the target here. The surface, if I click here, reach, that means the system is going to project the drill holes up to that wireframe, up to that contact, yeah, and then it's going to reach the wireframe and stop here. But we usually don't use this one. We usually do that one, exit, yeah. That means the system now it's overdrill, like overdrill my wireframe, my ore body wireframe, and stop here. But we usually drill a bit more than we don't want to stay in the inside of my ore body. Yeah, we need to go through the contact of the wireframe, right, as a goal of the drilling, right, to define the contacts from the top and to the bottom of your mineralization, right. Then after that you can define your thickness of your ore body. And now we can see here there's options over drill. I can say here, for example, from that point, from that depth, the drill hole should over drill, let's say 20 meters. Yeah, and then it's should be done like this. And then this over drill works like this way. Yeah, I can also do it interactively as well, over drill. And now you can see the total length here. The whole length is 237 meters, right? I can put here the 30 meters, for example, over drill. Yeah, the same way I can do it for other drill holes. The same way I can select, for example, drill holes number 1, and I can do the same. Okay, this is how target works. And also I would like to say about the target here, if, for example, if you have more than one drill holes, or sorry, more than one wireframes, you can select from here, and then you can apply. For example, if you have, let's say, the surface for which represent your oxidation zone, sulfide zone, transition zone, you can also load that load that surface here, and you can do the same what I did here as well. Okay, you can choose that surface from that pick list. Yeah. Okay, this is about the target. The next one, what I'm going to say, but as well, there's another options. I think I showed you everything here. That's fine. Then if I go to now to view and then see our drill holes in 3D environment, if I go to format from slice, yeah, okay. As another thing, actually what I showed you here, we usually do this stuff when we project the exploration drillings, right? Exploration drill holes. But also we have options, let's say, to project more regular drill hole grid. It can be blast drillings, for example, blast hole drillings, and so on like this. There's another options for that. What I'm going to do now, this is my topo, and then this is the plan view now. If I go to here, if I untick, let's say, my target, if I click here the coordinates, one moment please, yeah, the coordinates, then after that, if I go to here the offset from current color or target, if I click here, it allows me to apply the distance between drill holes, which I'm going to project. Let me say here 25 meters, and then azimuth is 0. Yeah, that means that directions. And then if I click here, add new holes, the system is going to add the holes, right? As you can see here. Yeah, that way. Then after that, if I need to change the direction, that azimuth, I can put here 270, and then I'm moving that way. And then if I go to here 180, I'm going that way. Yeah. Then after that, if I click here 90, and then I'm doing this way. Then 0, go back down. Yeah. And then, as you can see here, all the drill holes now, what I created recently, they're regular, and then the distance between drill holes is at 25 meters spacing. Okay, this is how we can create, how we can project the more regular drill holes with drill hole grid, right? Regular drill hole grid. Then another thing what I would like to show you here, actually we covered everything what we have in our drill hole planner, but I would like to show you the result of that. For example, if you're happy with your, let's say, the drilling program or with the drilling files, drill hole files, what you can do, and then there's options here, save to tables, right? And then if I click here, save to tables, the system automatically creates for you the color file, yeah, and CSV format, survey file, and then samples file, sample CSV, yeah. And then if I click here, okay, I'm going to save it, all those tables for all those drill holes here. Yeah, now I save it, and now if I go back to my project, and now you can see all those files. You can see here samples, survey, and color. If I click here color one by one, you can see your name of your drill holes here. We actually created 25 project drill holes, XYZ, lengths, PRG, your azimuth, your deep, your deviation. Yeah, for some drill holes I showed to you. That's why like it's saved here. Drifting as well for one of the drill holes. And then also that comments, what I mentioned before, that this attributes is also generated. like D company, remember, I gave the geotechnical drill holes, and then this is another company who drilled those drill holes, right? This is kind of quite nice tool and a quite nice informative attribute, which we usually use as well. Yeah, this is the color file. And also if I go to the survey, let's have a look at the survey file. So survey is also ready. Yeah, BHID, the depth of the measurement, my azimuth and my deep for each drill holes. Then after that, I go to the samples. Then this is my samples. BHID from 2 zone. This is what I would like to say as well. If I just let me put down this, what I would like to say as well, you see, like I have a zone here in my drill hole file, actually in my sample files, and also I have in my drill hole file as well. This zone attribute actually came from my wireframe, and then copper gold. This is my grade came from my block model. Remember, which I used for flagging. If I go to here, let me go down a bit and then I can show you. For example, that options here, yeah. You can see here for exploration number 1, and then there is a 1 meter interval because I chosen the sample 1 meter there. Remember, it's 1 meter, and then here this is my grade. Yeah, this is my grade. This is my grade 2.9. I think this is gold. This is copper. And then let me one moment move. Yeah, this is my zone, copper and gold. Yeah, you can see here. This is zone number 1. Yeah, this is my depth 110. For example, for the drill hole exploration number 3, the depth 110 reach my contact, reach my wireframe in zone number 1, right? And then also I have zone number 2 here as well, as I told you before, which came from a wireframe. Yeah, and then these 2 grades here came from my block model. Yeah, this is kind of the grades from the block model. It's quite useful to have it during the projection of your drill holes. Okay, this is they're ready to recreate let's say the drill hole files or do some adjustment. And if you're working in Excel, do some adjustment in Excel. Then after that, you can create the drill hole file in StudioRM. But also another thing what I would like to say here, actually the system also generates automatically drill hole file here as well, new drill holes. If I right click here, data, save as, I can show you. Let me go to here, save. Yeah, and now I have a drill hole file as well, already save it. If I go to here, the name is new drill hole. Yeah, this one. This already drill holes with zone. There's the absent zone as well, with nothing. Zone 0, copper gold. This is my name of the drill holes, azimuth, deep, and so like this. Yeah, this is normal, let's say, typical drill hole file, what we have in the StudioRM, but with all those parameters of lifting, drifting, and then also the target coordinates as well. Everything is here. Comments, they are ready. And of course, there's also grade as well, which came from your, let me just, yeah, but this is grades here. Yeah, this grades here, and then the zone came from our drill hole file, or from our wireframe and from our block model, which is here. Okay, I would like to say all of you stay safe, and then all the best. And then thank you very much for your attention, for your time. Really appreciate it. And then see you next time. Bye-bye.